Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Lights, came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many given Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside Lumen Field on your standard rain-filled afternoon in Seattle, Washington.
Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Carolina Panthers and the Seattle Seahawks. Teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 12. And the Panthers first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Corral checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Corral going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that, and no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you usually get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Tyler Rodney on third. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. The Seahawks at 10-2 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Brian Burns, the one to bring him down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run again with Walker. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Hawk 70, Hawk 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really... There he goes, left side! Touchdown, Carolina! Chuba Hubbard, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14, Seahawks, nothing.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Ready.
On second down, there's the option going left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hold it ready.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Okay,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Mustang 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Shot 50, shot 50.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, back 60.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
21-0, our score after 1.
Seahawks, nothing.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Roll.
They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Let's go now.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Here's Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
7 Pirates. 19 Lions.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Alec Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Myers connects on the PAT. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right back to Hubbard. And some room to run now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 152 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Hubbard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gonzalez's kick is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Option play, they'll give to Walker. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. play action. Here's Corral. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Buffalo 18. Check contact. Check contact.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. Tyler Lockett now with the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now a second down and 6. He'll drop to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. On the counter, it's Walker. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Inside handoff, Penny. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard, taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. Wow, and even 200 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. First down. Here's Corral with it. This pass complete to Higgins. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A give up the middle, Hubbard. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go for it on fourth. Here's Corral. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Corral looking to throw. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll try and run. Here's Hubbard. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, though.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. This complete to Lockett. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Panther 11, 18, 5
They'll set up a throw. And Walker has it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Walker now on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. George Kittle, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. The second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. Corral lost it. The ball is out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Here we go.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have taken a 4th-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, it's Corral. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Corral looking to pass, 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Corral. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Goodwin. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Walker. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will get the lead up to 7. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this will stay a 4-point game. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now Corral. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. What a thrilling fourth quarter this one was. Well, at least, I guess, if you're cheering for the winning side, an outstanding comeback, though, that saw them completely take control and change the outcome of this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of us saw that coming, the way that they were playing and having the lead after 3 quarters. A little bit of a stunning ending because it wasn't just a one-touchdown swing. It was a multiple touchdown swing for them to end up losing that ball game. Give credit where credit is due. They came off the pace and got it done.
So for the Seahawks, the win pushes their record